Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kate Marie and I'm here with another YouTube video. So what I'm doing today is I've talked about this show Slasher many of times. So I decided I'm going to rank every season because it's an anthology. So I just thought, why not? There's 5 seasons. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will not be spoiling the seasons as I talk about them. But yeah, so it's me answer right here. And let's just get started. So, Slasher, in case no one knows, is an anthology TV series, basically like kind of like a whodunit. I guess it's like each series is like a different characters, different storyline, kind of like American Horror Story, like storyline, and like had like a lot of like the same actors return, but they're different characters. So this one's kind of like something happens, and then as like a killer, and we always have to like figure out like kind of like who the killer is out of the characters, which was probably why I love it so much because I love watching movies or TV shows like that. But yeah, so Slasher, my least favorite season that I probably would not rewatch, or the least amount of times that I'm going to rewatch, would have to be sadly the newest season, Ripper, which is on Shudder. So it's weird. So like Netflix has them all like together. So if you just look up Slasher, it has like all 3 of the seasons. But Shudder, you have to like look up like the seasons differently. But this one, I just didn't like. I also like don't really like those medieval like shows or TV shows or whatever. So I didn't really care about that. I did like the whole storyline about like someone dying. I think it was her name like Margaret or something. So like the widow returns to get like revenge on the people who has like something to do with her death. And so like we're like uncovering the truth about that, which I did enjoy that part. But I didn't really seem to care about the characters that much. I think the only character I liked was Vera. I think that's her name. It's the youngest of the sisters, which that whole part is like, so they're like sisters and they end up like beating the youngest one and end up like kind of like selling her off. Like and stuff, so that like they do stuff like that in the show. Like it doesn't really show anything, but it is like implied. But I still didn't like it, and then kind of like the ending, it just felt kind of rushed. Like it made no sense. Like um when it showed who the killer was and like the way it just all added out together, it just felt kind of like all shoved together. Like they're like, oh, this is the last episode, let's just do whatever. But I do give them props because usually I am able to kind of like have like an idea or like a guess of who the killer is. But this one, I had no idea who it was until till like 5 minutes before it was revealed. I was like, wait, I think it might be this person. So yeah. So yeah, that is season 5, my least favorite. And then my second to least favorite, which I'll probably rewatch, like I'll have more chance of rewatching this one than Ripper, which is season 2, Guilty Party. So I like this one because it takes place like in the winter, and I just think like that just adds like some extraness. And then it also kind of like goes like back and forth between like the past and the present, I guess, because like these people and they're like at like a summer camp, and then what happens is when like the people end up getting killed. So then years later they go to like a winter holiday, and someone is like getting revenge on the person that they killed, which I like that one. Again, I didn't really care that much for the characters. I don't think I had any idea who the killer was or anything, but I was just kind of boring. I feel like the characters got more on my nerves and like more than anything, but it was a decent season. If you've seen Degrassi, it has Jane and Allie. They're both in this season. And then Mr. Oliester, he's not like really like a main character. He was like a student teacher. He's in it because I think they're all in like all of them except for I don't think Mr. Oliester, who I love his character, like the main character, he always plays like the gay guy, but I just always love his character. So that was season 2. And then like my in between, like I don't hate it, but I don't love it, would have to be Solstice, which is season 3, so last season on Netflix. This one was really good. It had like this guy ended up getting like killed in this apartment years ago, like a year, and then a year later a killer like the same kind of person that comes back and kills other people. I think it is really cool, and I like how they did the deaths, and It does get really sad. It does deal with like a suicide because it kind of like shows it. So if you cannot do a suicide, this is your trigger warning. Also, it does have like a hate crime because the main character, I think she's Muslim. So she does deal with that. But I like the characters a lot in this. I was rooting for them. I was like actually sad when people died. I really liked this one. So that's season 3. And then my second favorite, which this one and my actual favorite, they're like tied. So I was thinking, what one do I like better? And the only thing that like makes me like, the only issue that makes this one makes the second and not first is just the end. But we have Flesh and Blood, season 4. So the first season to go on is Shudder, which technically it's the first season I watched because I got Shudder. And then what happened, I was like, what is this? This like show seems interesting. So I watched it, and then I read that there were like other seasons. I was like, oh crap. So yeah, but I just think this is like a season. It's like this rich family, so they go to like this family house. And I think like the dad is dying, so like they have to like kind of like compete in these games to like decide like who gets to have the family fortune. And then as you find out on like the first episode, it's kind of like a second storyline, is when like the kids goes missing and then he comes back. So I just really like that. The ending felt kind of weird to me, but I did really enjoy this. Plus the kills were awesome, and I would so rewatch it. So that's a season 4, or technically like a Shadow. But what I love is like each killer has like a different name, you know? So I should like wrote down the names, but like each killer has like a different name and like a different look. So I just love to see that. And then my favorite season, if you guys haven't guessed, had to be The Executor season 1. This season is just so good, and it might just because like the killer does it like the 7 deadly sins, so like each kill relates back to that. So I think that may be why I love it so much. And also like the storyline, because I think this serial killer or this guy ends up killing this family, and then years later like the daughter ends up living, comes back, and like the killer is actually like she ends up talking to him. So it's like a different killer who like wore like the same mask years ago. So it can't be that guy because he's in jail, so it's someone else. But I don't know. I just think it's a wonderful season. I'm gonna like rewatch it soon. I love the season. I love the characters. I honestly love this show as a whole. I would probably rewatch all of these seasons. Ripper, I might watch it one more time if I even watch it. But I know I'm gonna rewatch all these seasons multiple times. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the thanking video. I have decided that on my podcast, I am gonna go into like each season into depth, like everything I like. I think I'm just gonna do like one season, but I'm gonna do like full spoilers for this season and everything. Like I think I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be like long episodes. But I love I love slasher because like there's only like 7 or 8 episodes, and they're like they're an hour long, but there's not that many. But yeah, I just hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've seen slasher, let me know, and let me know what your least favorite and favorite seasons are. And if you haven't seen slasher, what are you doing? Go on Netflix, watch it. Go on Shudder, watch it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week.